And we are rolling. Hey, welcome to our mini meet. And Thomas gets to check out his completely refurbed 1989, formerly his grandparents' D4C. And his grandfather recently passed away, and that's why he ended up actually getting this machine. So,
yeah, the month of November hasn't been very good to me. It's been a little depressing.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to this. So, I've already mentioned before, I never knew much about this machine. I never seen my grandparents use it. I always seen it under the bed. I never seen her run it, and I just recently just found out everything that it went through, and it was just, but we're going to turn it on and see how she rolls.
Whop. Great carpet lines. Got the edge again.
I don't mean to do that. I swear.
That's okay. That doesn't hurt anything. That's not bad. So I think I measured this brush roll, and it was nearly 9,000 RPM. It was in the upper 8,000 RPM range. Really fast. I believe this is actually the fastest brush roll I've ever measured. And what's so great is it's not obnoxious sound-wise.
It's so quiet.
Yep. Well, bearings and brush roll. Obviously, everything in good shape now. Now, can you tell a difference? Because we have this set on low for low carpet. And of course, this medium pile. Do you want to give it a try with it flipped over to high, which literally just bleeds off some airflow and suction?
Sure.
You might not be able to notice much of anything.
Oh, it just pulls it along.
Yeah.
It just...
So it pulls forward more.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it's not sucking down more.
Yeah, it just...
Okay.
Well, low, it was...
Yeah, sucking down more.
It was sucking down.
Yeah, yeah. So it does make a difference. Well, there you go. That's great. Full airflow. Full suction. Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay.
Hold on.
What?
That is beautiful sounding compared to when I first got it. That is amazing.
Yeah, the fans are sandwiched together properly where they don't spin all over the place. Well, that's a mess. Now you notice, Rainbow fans, he's got a D3C over here. We can't date it. We haven't figured that out, but it's somewhere between a 82 and an 86. So it could be 36 to 40 years old. And it runs perfectly, and nothing's been done to it. Well, nothing that we know of.
Allow me.
Yeah. There's no water in the bowl. That's pretty amazing. That's a great shape machine. Wow. And I measured the suction. It was like 60.5 inches just a few minutes ago. And this one, which by the way has the same spider, but it's plastic. That spider's metal. And the same separator, 62 inches of lift. Tiny bit of difference of lift.
I'll show it to the fans.
Yep. Yeah, this is Rainbow Mini Meat. That is metal, not plastic.
Yep.
Yep.
And I have not replaced not one thing on this machine. I haven't done nothing to it. I've had it for 6 years now, and the only, I don't have the power nozzle because it broke. It blew up. But
yeah.
I do have the wet hose to it, but that's it. But this power nozzle that goes on the D4, kind of imagine it on this. That's what it would have looked like.
Sure.
Just like I mentioned to Bill, the decals on the R1650 was a little, it had shiny stickers on top where the reset button was. It was silver and real shiny like. But essentially the same power nozzle. The PM1 style. R1650. Then they went to the 2800. Then they went to the 4375.
Yep.
Then they went to the PM2 in 1994. So, gosh, that was that power nozzle was in production from 1982 to 1994.
Long time. Here's a few other nozzles here. And this one, just because of the same color applique sticker, actually matches that machine. That E2 Platinum Blue over there.
Yeah, we got some...
Yeah, just differences in stickers. Hey, we bring out a new machine. Why? Because it's a different sticker.
We got some rainbow history to cover on here. We're going to get started on.
So Rainbow Man Thomas is going to go over all of that, to be sure.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm going to send him home, send him packing with his D4C. And it's in the best shape of its life over the last probably 30 years.
I know my grandpa would be ecstatic over this. Like I said, he bought this machine for my grandmother. She had bad allergies and breathing problems. Well, she still does. He bought this machine specifically for her. You know, so he would be proud of me, I would begin to say. So here we have 30 years of rainbows. And this goes from the least of 1982. Like I said, I don't know what the date is on that machine. 1989, 1993, 1997, 2003, 2005, 2008. But if that machine there ran up until 2011, so if that was an 82 model and that was a 2011, this would be 29 years of rainbows here in this mini meat. So we are going to go over like years of like what was the changes between them, what was different, and I do want to hook up power nozzles to these machines to show them corresponding. So, mainly we're just going to talk about like decal changes, aesthetics, motor slash performance. I have the numbers in my head pretty good memorized, and you're going to see quite a bit of difference in these over the years. So give us just a moment and we'll start hooking up power nozzles and going from there. In 1980, they came out with the D3A. This here is at least an 82 model. When in 1982, they came out with the D3C. And this was essentially the setup. Like I said, this is from my D4C, but this was still the same setup that they used when they went to the D3C in 1982. You have the it was the 1650, not the 2800. We have to do a little bit of pretending here. The cord ran on the outside of the power nozzle, and you connected it. It connected directly into the receptacle right here, and I've shown the separator off already. It's the older style. It is plastic, and the D3 went through several revisions. They had a metal separator when it first came out in the D3A. Then they went to the plastic separator. Then the power nozzle, when they came out with it was Rainbow's first power nozzle. When they came out with it did not have the airflow relief. Then they eventually added it in. It was just little tweaks here and there, but this is essentially what the D3C from 1982 to 1986 looked like.
Now, can you tell the viewers what this tape is for?
That is to keep the exhaust cap on, because if you leave the exhaust cap on, your airflow of the machine goes up.
In this one case.
In this one case, the only machine that I've ever recalled where if you take the exhaust cap and put it on, it increases your airflow. This machine here, free air, not having a power nozzle connected, runs 9.1 amps. It pulls 91 CFM. Of course, your machine may vary manufacturing variances. 91 CFM, 60 inches of water lift at 9.1 amps. So, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the D4C. All I got to do is just swap this over. 1986, they came out with the D4C non-SE. I say non. It was Rainbow's golden age, and they celebrated their 50th anniversary, and they came out with this machine. And Rainbow claims that it was a much better built unit than the predecessor D3C. It had more power. It used less motor parts, and it was just a better built unit. Rainbow claims D4Cs would last longer than the D3C. Once again, when it first came out, the power nozzle, the cord ran on the outside of the hose, same as its predecessor. Nothing really changed much. The main change was just the motor unit. This unit pulls Bill tested 10.2 amps running free air. It was 10.1, 10.2.
Yeah, as far as an amp pullage is concerned, yes. Now there's power factors involved because these are inductive loads. So the power is not, you don't take the amps and then just multiply it by the voltage,
right?
And then get your power. You got to take the power factor involved. But raw amp pullage, that's exactly right. So it pulls more power.
Yeah,
definitely does.
It increased the power. Airflow wise, it didn't really increase the airflow or suction very much. The airflow Bill tested with the exhaust cap on, it was 92.5. You take the exhaust cap off, you said it was
95.1.
Yeah. So when you take the exhaust cap off, your airflow goes up.
And this one was 62 inches of lift.
Yes.
Yeah, with the original separator.
Yes, original separator. So now we're going to move on to the SE series. We are going to give us just a moment. We're going to dig out the R4375 and its new electric hose that they came out with in 1990. Bill's model is a 1993. So we will show you what the Rainbow D4C SE looked like from 1993 to 1994. Be right back.
Yep. So, a reminder, these two are Thomas's. These two right here are mine.
Alrighty, we're back. So, in 1990, they came out with the D4C SE. Now, the power nozzle is still the it's the R4375. It's still the same as the R2800. Same shape, same style. It's just different decals.
And brush roll too.
Yeah, same brush roll. Here's the big change. They came out with the very first electric hose. And you no longer have the cord run on the outside of the unit, which made great for if you just needed to quickly unplug your cord to your power nozzle and hook in your attachments and do some easy clean. It was more user friendly. And as far as the motor unit goes, it is essentially the same as the non SE. It pulls the same amount of power. It's just different decals, really. And the dolly on the 93 has the same decals as the motor unit. Then the 19 and his 1997 don't. They changed that in 1994. They changed the dolly, and they didn't have the decals. I don't know why, but essentially, this motor unit and that motor unit are the same thing. Bill's D4C D4C SEs. This is a 1993 example. That's a 1997. And this power nozzle was discontinued in early 94. And then in mid 94, they came out with the PN2. Rainbow claims it had more vacuuming power, it had more agitation, and all that. If you look at the power ratings, it does actually say it has a higher current rating than its predecessor. I'd call it the PM1. Like going clear back to 1982 with the D3C, I essentially just say the PM1. PM1, PM2, higher rating of power, and they claim it had more vacuum power. But another change they made, that in 1994 they came out with the trigger on the handle. So if you were to vacuum up a sock or something, you need to shut the power off to the power nozzle, you just let go of the handle. That was really the only change between the SC from, like I said, 1990 to 1994. Then in late 94, they just changed the PN2 and the electric hose. It's all the same. So, now we will move on to the E2 1-speed. We will get the hose matched into it. We will be right back. Now we move into the more modern rainbows this is an example from 1998 to 2011. This is a 2003 example, like I mentioned. This is the E2 1-speed. In 1998, Rainbow went back to the drawing board and recreated a whole new machine. They came out with the E2 1-speed, like I said. This machine now offers a HEPA filter in the exhaust. And
don't have a back cover on there, but the HEPA.
Yeah. And basically, in a nutshell, the particles that made it past the water now is filtered by a HEPA filter. So, machine wise, this is like, me and Bill have tested, this is the highest CFM rainbow that we have ever tested.
Yeah, highest one. I have seen other tests of the new SRX. In the SRX, they have reduced the power usage, and the airflow and suction has dropped dramatically. So, to the best of my knowledge, that machine, that series of machine right there, the 1-speed, that is the best rainbow ever made as far as airflow and suction.
127 CFM. If you take the filter off, the exhaust filter off, when you stick the filter on, you're going to come down a little bit. I don't have a genuine filter in this machine. Me and Bill tested 107, but I bet if I were to put a genuine filter in it, it would probably come up a little bit higher than that. I don't know. But 127 CFM raw, air straight in to straight out. That's Kirby level.
Yeah, that's very, very nice for a canister like that. That's really fantastic.
Yes, sir. And this machine pulls, it was 10.5 amps and 60 inches of water lift. I want to talk about the power nozzle. They came out with the PN2E. It's essentially the same as the PN2 from the D4C SE, but they just changed the outer shell and just changed the statics. But it's essentially, it's the PN2, and the toes and everything, they changed it even. They changed the decals. It still had the trigger and all that, but it was the same pistol grip. They changed the decals of the hose and whatnot. And the dolly in this machine now, it is spring locked.
Yeah, it's got a foot switch.
Yeah, so this don't fall off.
That's kind of handy.
Yeah, a lot of major changes to this. They just went back to the drawing board. And in 2004, they came out with the E2 2-speed. So now you have a low speed. This is low speed. That is for air cleaning and just air purifying mode is what I call it. Then that's your full vacuuming power.
And then just so this one right here, it's just 1-speed on off. That's it.
Once again, they changed the motor. They went to what they call the Hurricane motor. This motor offered no carbon brushes. It was a carbon brushless motor. It used a computer to basically power the unit.
It's got a circuit board now.
Yeah, it's a circuit board. It's not your typical motor with carbon brushes, a commutator, and
no circuitry. This one actually has circuitry in it now.
Yeah. It's like they mentioned it was real high tech at the time and all that. Still same PN2E. The handle was a little bit changed.
Hey, the trigger is slightly different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just slightly longer. So here's the newer one, and then here's the older one. So I never noticed that before. So the length of the actual button itself is different. Put a little flash on that. That's funny. This is like one finger length or width.
Yeah, and this is more.
This is much bigger.
But
how about that? Little tiny details. Didn't notice.
What I like about these E2 2-speeds, you can retrofit a lot of these hoses and parts with each other. Like you could with the D4C and the D3C. You could retrofit the hoses, the power nozzles, and everything with them. That's one good thing about Rainbow. Okay, moving on now. If I didn't mention, this is a 2005 edition of the E2 Gold. This is the Gold. Now in 2007, they came out with the E2 Silver, Platinum, whatever you want to call it. It's still a 2-speed motor, high and low speed, and they just changed the decals. It's really about it. We don't have a dolly for this machine. The only dolly Bill has is the one to his Gold.
You gotta run what you brung.
Yeah, if I brought up my Platinum, I could have put a dolly on it and stuff, but it's you're not. It's the only main difference between these two machines is decals, and they put silencing foam inside the machine to make it run quieter, because this machine, the E2 Gold, is extremely loud. It's almost ear-piercing loud. And they put silencing foam in and quietened it up a bit, changed the decals to more blue, silver, platinum. Here's another change they made. This is now a 4-finger trigger.
They made it longer?
Yeah, even longer.
Oh, it is? Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so yeah, this is now full length. Wow. Okay, and then this one is, we'll call it like, say, half length. And then this is just
mini
finger length. That's hilarious. I didn't notice that.
Little changes. That's funny with Rainbow. Little changes. Here's another improvement that they made with the E2 Platinum. This hose is rated for water pickup. These two in the past are not. So,
it looks like it's constructed, frankly, I'm taking a close look here. It looks like all the wires is definitely on the outside. There definitely are on the outside. So I'm kind of wondering if they just said, you know what, we're just going to go ahead and just say it's rated for water, even though we didn't make any difference with the hose at all. Now, if there's something inside there that we can't see, that makes it somehow very different than previous generation, well, we can't see it. But regardless,
yeah.
Well, maybe they just made the changes. To be honest with you, in the hand, maybe it wasn't really the hose. Maybe it was something in the handle. Like they had better seals in the handle.
They do
had seals as opposed to no seals.
They do, because a little if you longtime subscribers of Bill, you didn't know, I gave him these two machines, and I gave him this hose. This machine right here is a whole I gave Bill. It was a Christmas present one year. And
needed bearings.
Yeah,
needed bearings. It was a screechy.
Yeah, this machine belonged to me, and I used it generously, and I loved it. Then I moved on. I bought my Platinum. This isn't mine. Mine's at my house down in West Virginia. This hose is mine. I did have this when I bought my Platinum. I had this hose, the motor units, and that power nozzle, and I have the Aquamate 3. The Aquamate 3 allows you to hook up to this specific hose only, because I'll tell you why. Here's another little change that Rainbow made. See these little grooves right here?
Let me turn that on. Okay.
There's little grooves right there, little cutout notches that only the Aquamate 3 can hook up to this hose. Now let's go back. Let's go back to the E2 Gold. It don't have those notches, so you can't hook the Aquamate 3 up to this hose.
Yeah. So no notch on either side. So literally all they did was just notch out. Yeah. Wow.
Now what you can do,
you can notch that.
well, you can buy the plastic upgrade kit to use the Aquamate 3.
They have that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they do. I've seen people do that. They have this hose. They just took this plastic off and used this one and the inner guts of the hose and upgraded, because the inner guts of this hose is different from that one. I have verified that. So, yeah, as you can see, over the years, Rainbow has really evolved their units and really just came a long way, like with airflow, suction, and just different variant tools you can use. The Platinum that I've used mine a lot, and my aunt has the E2 Black, which goes on further past the Platinum, and that's a great machine. They really just, I wish I had my aunt's Platinum to show it off, like the differences it even had with it, but unfortunately we have to stop at the E2 Platinum.
We did feature that in one mini.
Yeah, it is featured in a mini if you want to go back to what it looked like and its variances. But yeah, like we just kind of had to go from a D3C to the E2 Platinum. So, like I said, we're going from 1982 to 2011 examples of rainbows. Like it's almost like Kirby hasn't changed that much over the years. You don't see very many changes with them. Rainbow has. Rainbow's really changed. I did forget to mention the E2 2 speeds. They both pull 11.5 amps and they pull 80 plus inches of water lift. They vary a little bit. We have tested, but yeah, they're both 11.5 amps, round up to about 12, and you're looking at about upper 90s, about low 100 CFM with the filter in and 80 inches of suction. When you take the filters out, low 100. So give and take a little. So I have nothing else to say in regards to all the rainbows we have shown off here at this mini meet. Bill, unless you have any adding comments, this is pretty much it for as far as the rainbow talk. And that's it all from me.
Okay. Well, you've got a few new machines to run that you've never touched before. So
Yes,
how
I
about
do.
we move on to those?
We've got a Eureka and a carpet washer that I do want to give a little test.
Yeah. And then also you have a VacLife hand vac. I don't think you've used
Oh
that.
yeah, that little VacLife hand vac that they used on the couches and stuff.
Absolutely.
So moving on.
Yeah, moving on. So Thomas has three things he's got to go fiddle with here. We have the VacLife hand vac with the scraper little mini brush roll in it. That's kind of nice, kind of handy. And we messed up his chair. Oh, look at all that. What a mess. Will the VacLife work? Will it cope with it?
I'm angry.
Yeah. Because he spent a lot of time cleaning that chair with, Rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. With Aquamate 1. Mm-hmm. And then he has this nice multi-green Eureka Capture bagless, the boss. And then we have the Bissell Dirt Lifter, 6 cleaning rows of power brush. Ooh. First, I guess, I don't want to call it formal test, but at least some kind of test. We need to clean the test carpet. So he'll get a chance to do that. He's going to be the first one to actually run that. I mean, on a real carpet. Yeah, not just a test carpet. So, okay, what do you want to do first? You want to do the VacLife first? Okay. So here, let's move this out of the way, give you a little more room, make it so I can see. Okay, so go ahead and, let's make a little more room than that. Okay, let her rip.
Facial expression.
Yep. And make sure to play with angles.
Facial expression.
Yeah.
First thing I am going to do is I'm going to take this off.
Okay, gonna get big pile up first.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Powering on.
Yep. This is version 2 of this machine. It starts at high power and then goes down to low power all by itself. That's actually what they did. Yeah, there's a light. Yeah, there's that little light. So if you have version 1, it stays at full power the whole time. version 2, the power reduces without you doing anything.
Well, it's pretty easy, you know. It's
That's not bad,
you
yeah.
know, just getting up like topical debris now. Stuff like this. Oh boy, that's really easy to use. That's actually that's actually pleasant to use. It agitates.
Yep.
I can see the flour bouncing around. Wow. This is actually a nice little handheld vacuum. I like this. And I'm not a handheld vacuum kind of guy. I don't like them at all. But this right here makes easy work of if you need to get up dog hair or clean your furniture. This is nice. Yeah, it's you can tell it's weak on power. Like when they reduced the power, it was. Yeah, this is a little bit. Let's kind of experiment with angles.
Well, the battery will probably last longer. Everything's, you know, spin it at a lower rate.
This is not bad at all. You know, if you need to go like this, or you know, whatever, this way, that way, it's I'm pleased. Would I buy one? No, but I like it.
Yep. Okay. Great.
So
one down.
next.
One to go. Here, let's move this out of the way. All right.
This over and give this carpet a thorough vacuuming. So let's get this bad boy plugged in. Eureka is like their vacuums over the years have just like they're just mediocre. Like they're like nothing to really write home about, in my opinion.
Well, they're not expensive either, for the most part.
They're just cheap vacuums, but you know, people who have them and used them, I guess they've gotten good use. But
well, this one's over a dozen years old, so
yeah.
What took it out in the end, you can see that from my playlist, is a couple of bearings and a belt. And that's it.
It's powered on.
Yep.
It's heavy.
Yeah, it is heavy. Yeah.
It is a heavy machine, but it does. It's not hard to. It's not like hard.
The medium?
Yeah, just like weight wise. Like,
right. It's 21.5 pounds carry weight. So that puts it in the heavy class to be sure.
It's not hard to push.
Yeah.
Pull. It's just heavy. I do like, I'm gonna go down one click.
Alright. Oh jeez. That's really struggling now.
I'm not going, I always go down one click. I know Bill is a height adjustment stop.
Yeah. And you can see it left a little bit of that flour. At this point, I'm smelling burning belt. So,
Sorry.
yeah. There we go. Now the brush roll speed has come back up. That's what happens when you go down too low. So I'm glad he demonstrated that.
He kills me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, ooh, burning rubber. Yum.
Yeah, it was struggling just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I say, I only do that for demonstration purposes. It's actually, the position it's at, it's really just, it's on. So you really didn't need to go on any lower than that. It wasn't really necessary.
half inch. just a little itty bitty. Lifted the carpet.
Not enough airflow.
Yep. We got to put this on the airflow and suction box sometime soon. Yep. Well, that rice, when it buries down into that pile, it's tough to dig it up. There's no vacuum I have that digs it up perfectly. There's always a couple of grains left in there somewhere. That's it? Okay. I'll have you empty the bin into the trash can here. Let me trash can ready.
Ooh,
yep.
We got some.
You can see we have some old fans and a spider. So,
yep. Yeah, those ain't gonna be missed at all.
Nope.
Tap your dirt out.
Yep.
There you go.
That's it.
So let's move on to the Bissell now. We will prepare for that and be right back.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
Now Thomas is going to take the plunge with this Bissell. So this is this kind of weird bladder system. I have the main, well, input and output tank, because it's the same tank, halfway full of hot water, and then I put in some Hoover. It's going to foam a little bit there, and that's in that container. I think we have all the settings correct, so all he needs to do is plug it in and let it rip. So I don't think I've extracted this carpet, long time. Year? Maybe? Been a while.
What's wrong with you?
And what you probably didn't see from the last video is now I have this valve completely cleaned out. So it's just 2 screws there at the bottom, there and there, and I was able to easily clean that out. So now we should get maximum flow and suction. So we think.
I'm not going to use the built-in heater that this thing has. Bill needs to do a little bit further testing.
Yeah. I do notice that when you turn the heater on, the machine slows down. So I don't know if that indicates there's a problem or if that's normal. You tell me in the comments below. When you turn the heater on to this old dude, does it seem to slow down?
Well, we can fool with that too. I'll plug it into the...
And a strip there. All right. And he's going to clean in his bare feet.
Yeah, I don't like shampooing carpet with my socks and shoes on.
He likes to feel the dampness on his feet.
It'll bother me a bit.
Yeah.
When you're from West Virginia, you wade in creeks and rivers, you fish barefoot.
Mm-hmm. So you're used to muddy feet.
Country roots.
Now, I haven't done anything with the belt either. So if that slips a little bit, well, I need to go and put a new belt in. So go ahead and let her rip.
Okay. Alright, let's pull the trigger.
Yep, the flow gauge is working. It's putting the suds down, that's for sure, and picking it up too. Wow, look at that. That's got great pickup now. Wow, that's tremendous.
Of course, this ain't all that dirty. I mean, it's not.
Yeah. Oh, it's not gonna. The carpet isn't gonna look much cleaner than when we started. However,
it's nice to have clean.
I want to see how well this thing can put down and vacuum up the water, so to speak.
Ooh, I can see the foam coming.
Yeah. Yeah, that Hoover steam vac stuff might be a little on the foamy side. I do have some Rug Doctor low foaming solution that this machine came with.
This right here is why I only use non-dishwashing liquid. I take my non-dishwashing liquid and dilute it heavily with water
Yep.
I don't want that much fun with my carpet. Yep. We definitely have to do a water rinse.
Yep. Looks good on camera, though.
Too bad we can't go out on the porch because it's so Denver.
Yep.
I would have just soaked it. I am out of water.
Wow. That fast?
Yep, I am out of...
Okay. Water rinse. Okay. Well, gee, that seemed to work well, although now we probably need to do a good rinse.
I'm out of... Yeah, I'm completely out of the water in, like, the clean water.
Okay.
Because it wasn't...
Yeah, the inner bladder. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, that just went through all of that. I didn't put that much in there to begin with.
Oh, Lanta, that's a... Man, this thing must really lay the water down to the carpet.
That's amazing.
Well, we need some refills done.
Okay. Let's do a dump and get a refill. Yeah, you can just put that over there. That's fine.
Finally.
Now you can turn the whole thing upside down, but I tell you, it's got kind of a release mechanism in there a little bit.
It's kind of gray water.
Yeah, that kind of deal. And no, I think you had some water left.
No,
but I mean
that was going in around the.
All right.
It was going in around the bladder.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's a weird setup.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of funky. Now you can pop this off if you do this and you're kind of careful with it, and then this will come out.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
And then you can rotate it and then clean everything, bladder, whatnot, and it makes it a little easier to work with.
You can smell whoever used this machine in the past, not Bill. It still has it's got a...
It has a funny odor, remnant odor in it?
Yeah, odor of mildew in it. Bill, I'm sure, has cleaned it and minimalized it, but whoever used this thing in the past didn't.
Maybe I'll have to put some Persil in the tub and let it soak for a day or something, so I definitely did not do that.
Anytime I soak my stuff like this, I always soak mine in bleach. Bill can do whatever he chooses, though. That's his prerogative. But bleach, that would kill that smell really well. Actually, believe it or not, you told me you're not a fan of bleach.
Well, on this kind of an old machine, I don't... Bleach is destructive. Persil is not. And I don't want anything to... I don't want any, like, glues or anything like that to be eaten away. I would hate to bleach it and go, it smells great, and then it just, disintegrates.
I'll be honest with you. I've used bleach for years on my machines and I've never done nothing to them. But that's me.
Yep.
What's that?
New disposal.
Hey, it sounded like it was new.
Yep, it is. I'm going to put that in, like, January.
I'm going to fill that sucker off. Because whatever you don't use, it's just water.
Yep.
And fluid-wise, you just pour it back in the...
I can't tell where the level is. It's there somewhere. Where are you? You can't really see it very easily.
It's weird.
Yeah. Well, because of that thick bladder.
Yeah, I would. If I had to choose between a Hoover and this, I think I'd pick the Hoover.
Yeah, it does operate kind of strangely, but man, I'm really impressed with the pickup, though. I really am.
All right, bladder's full. Let's get this bad boy on. Okay, that's tight. Now we just need some more fluid.
See, I'll go like that when you carry it.
Bill will hook me up with
some... you want more fluid? You want to put more down?
I gotta do the rest of the carpet.
Okay,
I didn't do it. I didn't get the whole carpet done.
Let me get you more fluid. Okay, we're filled back up. Got more water and more fluid.
Let's do some more.
Let her rip.
foaming.
Yeah. Looks good on camera.
Of course, I'm only cleaning on the backwards.
Yep.
I'm not doing it like forwards and backwards.
Maybe I'll try some of that low foam Rug Doctor stuff.
Yeah, this is a little Hoover something. That's foam.
Yep.
You didn't rinse this stuff out of your carpet. You're going to have some stiff carpet. I wonder if this was a USA made Bissell.
Well, we can check the rating sticker. I don't remember offhand.
Alright, very last soap.
Yep. Of course, we have it set on maximum soap. Now, do you want me to put it on rinse for you?
I can do it.
Okay.
You just
That's so much soap. That's so much soap.
You just need your camera.
All right. So when you put it on maximum soap and you use super foamy Hoover soap, well, yeah.
Walking around on this with my feet,
Yep.
it's not that. It's really not that. It's not that bad wet-wise on my feet. It don't feel soaking wet.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm just going like wash it, suck some water up, then rinse it, then really dry it. That's how you get your carpet clean.
Ultra foam.
That ain't ultra foam, that's a foam party.
Yeah. So he's the first one to use this formally.
Alright, let's go with water rinse.
Yep. Push it all the way there. There you go. We may have to do more than one water rinse. Yeah.
This foam. I'm just going to trigger squeeze. I'm just putting water down. I'm gonna go ahead and do another rinse on this. This is just, woo! heavy traffic mode, I honestly don't recommend it.
Yeah, that really puts it down
I
fast.
don't recommend the heavy traffic mode at all. That's way too cold.
Well, you're starting out with a really clean carpet. Imagine if your carpet had like motor oil spilled on it or something. Maybe then you could use it. Well, the pickup seems to be great. How's the pushability and maneuverability?
It's like vacuuming. I'm honestly, what concerns me with this machine is it's not, when you put the water rinse down, it's putting down very little water to rinse out the soap. So I don't.
Well, it's not dumping as much, but you know, this soap obviously probably doesn't do that well in this machine because it's just, you know, it over foams.
Yeah.
So I imagine if we had a less foamy soap, that maybe we wouldn't get that kind of a result. So it could be the fault of the soap, really.
I'm honestly thinking I might see if Bill will let me use. I haven't used his Hoover Smartwash.
You haven't?
No. So I might hook that up and just use it for just to get this soap out of this carpet, because this machine here is just not really, it's not doing too good on the rinsing the soap out. It does good at
putting it down.
But like when you need to rinse your soap out, it's not really. I'm not impressed with it. I'm not.
Okay, all right. Well, we can switch over to the smartwatch. So
yeah,
stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
We're gonna put this off to the side. It's just not.
Well, go ahead and wrap the cord up now. I'll move it completely out of the way. So we have the smartwash. This is the machine that women love to hate because they clog it repeatedly. So it says on my YouTube video channel, I mean, oh man, I cannot believe the number of people who have these things and who have problems with them.
Real quick before I get started, that Bissell there, just an overall
summation.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. But it outcleans all other leading brands.
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Back then, that machine's a 2006.
Yeah, it's an oldie.
Back then, they had the Hoover Steam Vac.
Way back there.
Yeah. Give me the Steam Vac over that any day. That right there just.
It is an oddball. I mean, it works, but it is an oddball.
But I mean, it's good. It's putting the soap down and scrubbing and all that, but it's like you gotta rinse your carpet, and I don't know. Yeah. In the middle.
Okay.
Enough about that. I have never used this or any kind of machine like this, so I'm.
All right. So what it is when you turn it on, it'll put down its thing. Now I don't have any. I don't think so. I don't have fluid in here, right? Yeah. Okay, that's empty. So I'm not going to put down any fluid at all. But we have any cleaning fluid. Right. But we certainly have some hot water in there. So what he's going to do is we're going to see how well this is going to pick up just from a water rinse, and then he's going to push the magic dry only button right here, and it's going to light up. Better light up. And you can see what's going on by the lights right here.
Sorry, I keep interrupting you. I don't mean to. I know forward wash, backwards dry. I'm just kind of.
Yeah, well, you'll see the light go on and off depending on what you're doing.
All right, let's try this out.
Oh. Yep.
As soon as I turn it on, boing.
Yep.
Look at the soap with that left behind.
Yep.
It just wasn't getting it That's what I'm talking about, like the soap. You gotta
Oh
get
yeah,
that.
lots of soap. That's lots of, very soapy. And you can see the light switch. Yeah, it switches from wash, which is in blue, and then dry, which is in green. So we're not putting any more soap in at all. This is just a water rinse. You can see how soapy it is.
Very slow on the floor click.
Yeah.
This is taking up water with that left behind.
Well, you're still putting water down though.
Yeah, but when I'm doing the drying, when it switches to dry, the parts that I haven't watered, it's pulling up water. Much better.
So you could say maybe, well, it does say high traffic, so maybe don't use that mode. Maybe use it there for normal. It depends on how much dirt you have.
This is a lot better.
Yeah.
Soap-wise, a lot better. But before, man, it was so good. Like when your carpet dried, it would have crunched.
Yep. I see some dirt pickup in the tank. That looks dark gray.
Yeah, so that's what that was leaving behind.
Yeah.
But this, it was leaving so dirt behind.
That's the exhaust air. It's supposed to heat the carpet up a bit, dry it a little bit. Yeah, that's funny to hear that.
Hoover is known for that.
Yeah.
The exhaust blows on carpet and dry. I have known that for a long time.
That's just hilarious to hear it that loud. Means it's working.
It's not airflow.
Yeah. Well, yeah, shaking it. Yeah, didn't work out too well. It's grabbing the carpet. Yeah. So we're still pulling soap out of the carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind that we over cleaned the carpet because it needed it. Yeah.
That thing puts so much soap down.
Yeah.
It will take this whole tank of water to clean that out.
Yep, that is medium dark. It's still dark gray, it's not black.
I like little multiple directions. Give it a chance to really get that water and soap out. Clean the carpet real good.
Makes nice carpet lines.
I'm noticing too the water put down is lasting a lot longer than that Bissell did. It's not oversaturated. You also can't beat a Hoover carpet cleaner. Hoover's got Bissell number one. We are over full. The machine is slowing down.
All right.
Well, anytime your machine starts slowing down, you hear that.
Yeah.
You need a. That's time when you're. Yeah, it's set max. So.
Okay, so time
Look at how dirty.
for a water dump.
That's pretty dirty, actually.
Yeah.
I make it sound like it's pure filthy. But no, that's pretty good pickup.
Yep.
I like it.
Time for a cleaning.
Let's go dump.
All right, let's check out the dump.
So much easier to deal with than that Bissell. I'd ask that lady, you want your machine back?
Yeah, medium gray. Definitely soapy.
I don't understand this, so.
You mean why it's discolored?
Yeah.
I have no idea. It looks like it, glue burned or something like that. I'm really not too sure.
It honestly looks like iron deposits.
Well, whatever. I mean, something happened.
They were sucking.
It's just kind of odd.
They were sucking something up that was.
You can pull that out.
Give this a.
So the first run of this Hoover Smartwash, definitely you have a more positive opinion than the Bissell.
Yeah. I like to be in control when I squeeze. I like to be able to squeeze the trigger. That's my only complaint. I like being in control of when I put the water down. If they had that kind of option on it, I'd be 100% set on this machine.
Yeah, it just puts down whatever it puts down.
Yeah, I like to be in control of my water depositing. There we go.
That it? Okay.
Yes, sir. So now we're going to go downstairs and do a dry cycle. All right, I got just a tad bit of water left. I'm going to finish it off, and I'm going to dry.
Yeah. Yeah, just a little bit left. still seeing soap.
Yeah, that's still put down way too much clutter.
I'll have to hit it again, which that's okay. Hey, it's a vacuum channel.
If it was up to me, I would take this thing out on the porch with the water hose, soak it.
Yeah.
Flat out soak it. Then go over it with the dry real good. That'll get your soap out. Yeah, look at that. Walking on this is not it feels really good. It does not feel soaking wet at all.
Well, the carpet looks a lot better.
It looks more vibrant.
Yeah, and the pile is pulled up, standing at attention. So it needed a little revitalization.
This is why I shampoo my carpet every 6 months. A little suction there.
Yeah, stuck to the carpet a little bit.
We'll go ahead and give it another one later. Get it real nice and dry. But it is slowing down. It seems to dry better when you pull it back. That's my opinion. Alright, last pass. There we go.
Yep. So mostly a dry pass, and you can see just how much more water it picked up. So let's see, what do we have here? All right. Ooh, to me that feels very wet.
Well, comes to the conclusion of Mini Meat 28. So it's been fun. Rainbows, vacuuming, carpet extracting. Me and Bill is off to the pizza cottage as we always do, and when I'm gonna say one thing comparing these carpet washers, it seems like over the years they're not as good at sucking the water up. They're good at scrubbing and getting the water down, but it's like, I just tell you something. That Hoover steam vac back there of Bill's he's had since 1999. It's just a beast. It can't be beat. It does. They don't make that kind no more. Like, that kind of carpet washer was a great carpet washer, phenomenal. And then they stopped making it. To my knowledge, they do, and it just they go to these Chinese cheapy garbage, and it's like,
oh, it's rant time. It's rant time.
I mean, even if this, I don't know if this is a USA made one or not.
Well, do you want to look at the sticker? Yeah, you have to turn it over.
But yeah, it's just Hoover.
Yeah.
So
old Hoover.
Yeah, but that's all for now. Lots of content to be created and uploaded, so definitely be watching for a good mini meat of lots of stuff.
Absolutely. So, hey, thanks for watching. Wow, 28 mini meats. It's amazing in 4.5 years.
Yeah.
So, incredible. So,
until next time.
Yeah, until next time, happy vacuuming.